All right, so quick tip for those of you that stuck around. You can see right here. Before we go anywhere, I want you to know that the X-Mount 360 works with the Insta360 X3. I've done extensive testing on this. There's a playlist on my channel, but there'll be something popping up in the corner over there on the top right of your screen. You can go watch all of my testing with the prototype. I just got the production run in, and I'm extremely excited about it. This video probably comes off maybe a little weird. You're like, dude, this guy really likes this, but you don't understand. Like, once you get into this world and you suddenly find a solution to a problem, like, it's quite satisfying. So I've been using the Falcam F22 release plate for this. Like, that's what I do. It's obviously an easy release plate. I put the link's in the description if you want to go get one on Amazon. I also found that, like, when I was connecting this to other stuff, this pole to like the bike mount or stuff like that, the Falcam allows me to make sure that this guy is facing me correctly. Whereas when you just spin screw it on, it doesn't always do that. So that's just a side note. And this part right here also keeps the X-Mount 360 in the right space. You can tighten it down and lock it in so that basically every time you're putting the mic 2 back on here, it's not going to continue to get out of the stitch line. All right, and that's the goal, right? The goal is to keep the DJI Mic 2 within the stitch line so you don't see it. Now, just so you know, and I've talked about this in the other videos, it's a tight fit. Like, it's a narrow window that you're working with to keep the Mic 2 out of the stitch line. So this was a plastic prototype, as you can see, and this is the metal one, which looks identical. Okay. And that's pretty much that. So I actually really love this sucker's been great for me. I have not had any issues with the prototype other than it does bend a little bit, and there's a little bit of wobble, so this will solve that. And if you watch some of my other running reviews on this thing, you saw that. Now, they do include this little piece right here. You can see that little guy. And I think it's pretty cool that it perfectly matches the Insta360 one. I don't know if this piece comes from Insta360 and they just like included it in their packaging, or I don't know, but it works and I love it. So, or I love that it looks the same. Now, I haven't tested this bit thoroughly, but we'll throw it on there and do all of our stuff. This guy just screws in. I can't find my own little. So I do like that they include this little piece and that it's kind of easy to just set up there. And this will be nice if you don't have a Falcam. Just know that if you get the mount, you're going to get this little piece, and now this is locked in, and that actually locks in really well. It's almost so tight that I can't. Yeah, so it does tighten down pretty well. And obviously when you do it, you want to make sure before you tighten this sucker down that you have gotten this in the stitch line. I talked about how to make sure this is within the stitch line in my other video, but essentially what you're going to do is just throw the Mic 2 on there, turn the camera on, press record, and then swipe around the screen until you can see the area where the stitch line would be, and just kind of double check that it's not in the stitch line. And once you've got that angle sorted out, then I would tighten it down, and that way you're basically good. You know, there is a little bit of wiggle room, because if the Mic 2, just so you know, if the Mic 2 wiggles, you know, this way or that way, or if you move it, you know, maybe too much up this way versus this way, you can see, then it might go in frame. So you're gonna have to play with it a little bit. Like, don't expect this to just show up, you put it on, and it's not gonna be in, it's gonna be fine. Like, you gotta be a little bit of a problem solver, all right? A little bit of troubleshooting, but I promise you can get it within the stitch line. I've done that, and it's not like a major issue every time. I mean, that's it. Like, the thing just works. It's pretty simple. You just throw this guy here. This guy connects right there. This guy connects in this little piece right here. And there's your whole setup. And it's just so nice. It's just, oh man. You know, if you're not a techie or you're not into the video stuff, this video probably comes off maybe a little weird. You're like, dude, this guy really likes this, but you don't understand. Like, once you get into this world and you suddenly find a solution to a problem, like, it's quite satisfying. So I absolutely love this thing. I'm very excited to be able to use the metal one now, just because, wow, it's so stiff. I love how rigid this is. There is not going to be any extra movement like I was experiencing. And I do like this little connection point right here. So if you're someone that's not, I'm probably still going to stick with the Falcam, not because this doesn't work, but because when I go to the bike mount, if I screw it on, it doesn't end up facing the right way. So that's just a me thing. But if you're someone that's only using this on this pole, then this just works like that. It just works. I really like that. And I love how you can, yeah, see, you just pop that sucker off. Now, if I'd wanted to, I would have just held this guy down to do that. So really nice, very excited about this. There is not much else to say other than the thing just works, and I'm super stoked to be able to use it. And I will have some more videos coming out, but all of the questions I would say have already been answered in my other videos, so go watch the playlist if you're someone trying to figure that out, and I promise you, you will be happy with the X-Mount360 if you're trying to connect the DJI Mic 2 to the Insta360 X3. And that's it. Thanks for joining me on this little journey. I'm going to pack up all these little pieces, and I have to save these nuts, even though I really want to eat them, because I want my wife to try one. And that's it. Have a great day, and this was the Better Buy. My goal is to give you the information on the stuff that you want so you can make the better buy, and I hope this did that. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, this is the part of the video that I never post. It's the part where, like, afterwards I'm switching stuff back. Not back, but just like going to the setup that I need. So if you're still here, I mean, thanks for being here, I guess. It's cool to have you around. We're gonna get this guy within the right frame. So one thing that I have noticed is it's got to be at a little bit of an angle, It's just a smidgen of an angle because of that little bit. Man, this is good stuff right here. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so quick tip for those of you that stuck around. You can see right here that it's at just a slight angle. It's like just closer to this edge than it is to this edge. You just have to tilt it just a little bit. And what I'm finding is, you can kind of see right there, if you go just beyond the little black rim of the X3 and right up to the edge of the front one, then you're basically good. Like that's seems to be the sweet spot. A letter from Steven. Thank you so much again. Aloha, John. We are stoked to present our first production mount Pro to you. As you've reported on in detail, pairing the receiver with the X3 unlocks a host of possibilities. And I've talked about this so much in my videos. Like, I feel like this little thing is a key to unlocking the door to the room of opportunity with the X-Mount, the Insta360 X3. Because once you can pair the DJI Mic 2 receiver and the mics with this thing, it just like suddenly stuff just starts, you just start getting all these things that you can do. Keep up the great work with the Better Buy. If your adventures ever take you to our beautiful island, we'd love to hear from you. If I ever get to Hawaii, which my wife and I have been wanting to get to Hawaii for years, like long before we ever interacted. We've talked about this. We're like, oh, we'd love to live in Hawaii or at least move there or visit there for like a month or something. So if we ever get there, I would love to meet up with you guys. But mahalo and happy 360 filmmaking, Steven, co-founder X-Mount360. So I also love the shiny metallic ink. That was a really nice touch. Just the aesthetic across the board. This company clearly thinks through the details, which is great. Or at least I should say the people think through the details, which is cool. Also, these nuts, these little macadamia nuts, the first time I tried these suckers, like, I was not expecting just the burst of flavor that comes from these guys. This is not a promotion of these Moana, I guess it's Moana Lawa nuts, but these things, I think I was almost more excited when I saw these guys in the packaging than anything else. So here we go. That's it. If you're still here, you made it to the very end, where I'm cleaning off the lenses with my shirt. All right. I hope you have a great day.